There appears to be quite a lot of traffic, and the police is in the that part of town appears to be going back to normalcy. But let me take you to the EC headquarters now. Chrissy Parker Wilson is there speaking to the NDC's Koku Anyidoho.
Yeah, they're on the line. Check.
There, yeah. Parker, please take it away. Well, while we wait for Parker to get to us, I think there's a bit of a problem there. He's hearing us. He's currently at the EC's headquarters at the National Collation Center, as is being called now. And well, we have reps of all parties, but just there in our shots, I saw the NPP's Evans Nimakun, and he was speaking to him there. Parker, if you can hear me, please speak to your guest. Yeah.
Just behind me is the National Collation Center, where the Electoral Commission is collating all the presidential result from the 16 regions. We are told that there are about 14 results from 14 regions that have come in so far. Now, today is the big day for all the parties involved in this year's election, especially for the NPP and NDC. Now, I have with me an observer, Mr. Koku Anyidoho, who used to be a former NDC Deputy General Secretary. In this election, as you can see, his tag is written an observer, so he's not representing the NDC here. And I also have with me the Director of Elections for the governing NPP, Evans Nimako. Now, let me start with you, Evans. Today is the D-Day for the NPP. I want to find out from you, what are your expectations for today, sir?
Thank you very much. I think today is the D-Day for the good people of Ghana. We've gone through this process together as stakeholders, you, the media, political parties, the EC security agencies. And we've kept our calm, and we're expecting that the EC will today put together the results from all the 16 regional collation centers and let the people of Ghana know who they've decided for to be the president for this country. So today is a special day the good Lord has made. We must be glad and work together as a nation with one common destiny, that we should have the future at heart and protect the interests of Ghana. For us as New Patriotic Party, we've played to the rules of the game. We expect that other stakeholders, especially you, the media, the EC, the security agencies, and the good people out there, to ensure that we protect our country, God being our helper.
As at midnight, we were told by the chairperson of the commission that they have received about 14 results. It's about 10 a.m. The other two regions, are you aware whether they are in or not?
For us, we are waiting for the EC to finish out what they've received from the regional collation centers.
So the 14 still stands?
Yes.
We haven't received any other results from
we've just been giving Greater Accra to vets, and our agents are in there looking at them. But you know, this whole election arrangement, the EC was expected to post copies of the results for the public to see. And the New Patriotic Party, we did our para-voter tabulation, and so we know exactly where we are. We are only waiting for the EC to go accordingly by the law and put out the figure they have. And so we are keeping calm. We've asked our supporters, we've asked our members to keep their calm and wait for the Electoral Commission to do the final announcement.
Now, talking about tabulation, I mean, your party, I mean, the General Secretary was asking the members of the NPP to celebrate because the party perhaps had won. Clearly, you are undermining the authority of the Electoral Commission. They are the ones who declare the result, but your General Secretary sought to infer that the party had won the election.
The General Secretary put it out there, and we took the media to our collation center and said that these are figures we've picked from all the 38,622 polling stations, and we expect them to know. And so the General Secretary informed our party members that looking at what we have collated from all these polling stations, the new patriotic party is in comfortable lead.
I see. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. Stay with me. Stay with me. Mr. Kokoi always laughing. I don't know why. Why are you laughing? because Kokoi is here. He mentioned comfortable lead. I'm sure it reminds you a lot about 2016 elections.
Well, Parker, he does. He must come and pay me. I mean, I have patented comfortable lead. So anybody who takes that, those come and pay me. You know. Otherwise, I charge you in court. Anyway, yes.
But what has been your own observation? I see you are an observer at the Atamils Institute. You've been monitoring this election. What has been your own observations?
Well, Parker, thank you very much. I think that, yes, like you said, I'm observing for the Atamils Institute, the leader of the team. Personally, I was in the Volta region. Other teams deployed to other regions, Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Greater Accra, and elsewhere. My general comment, which is a personal general comment, and I'm allowed to say that on behalf of the Institute, is that the election ran in a very free and fair manner, peaceful. In the Volta region where I was, crisscrossing from the northern side of it to the middle belt to the southern belt, I'm sure there was no intimidation. You know, all the initial talk that there was heavy military presence and that was going to intimidate voters, I didn't see anything like that.
You didn't see heavy security presence in the Volta?
Any military presence that you saw had to do with the hitherto secessionist thing that had been spoken about. So yes, some, minimal military presence just for that, but not at polling station. In fact, I didn't see any soldier at any polling station where I went. You will find police, you will find immigration, you will find SEPs, fire service, and prisons. That was it. No military presence at any polling station where I went to, where my team went to. So then the electoral process itself. And I will commend Jean Mensah and her EC, as we have commended all from the days of Nana Odro Nimapao, through Justice Ofori Boateng, through Dr. Farijan, through Charlotte Osei, and now Jean Mensah. As a nation, we must just be able to tap ourselves on the shoulder and say, we have progressed since 1992. This is the 8th since 1992. And this year's, what Jean Mensah and her EC have done, super. The initial narrative, as if to say those BVDs had been programmed to run the elections in the direction of one political party, is not true. Those BVDs were not programmed to run the elections in the direction of any political party. You will go. If it's you, Parker, verified. If it's Koku, verified. If it's my brother Nimaku, verified. And the open declaration of results, in the pink sheets signed by agents. And let's just allow our viewers and Ghanaians to know that it will always be the case that you have the NDC and the NPP. So the fact that you didn't have agents for some of the other political parties in most of the polling stations does not negate the authenticity of the pink sheet. If you didn't have an agent, you didn't have an agent. So if it was only NPP, NDC, they both signed, they have copies of the pink sheets, that's it. So nobody should sit anywhere and say because other agents didn't sign, so the pink sheet is not an authentic one, it's not true. They slept on their rights. And MPP, NDC sent agents, signed, that is it. So on a general consensus, the 2020 elections went on smoothly.
Now, talking about smoothly, there are many who have also argued that we voted on Monday. Today is Wednesday, even though the EC has assured us that they're going to declare the results this afternoon or midday. They say if we had adopted the old approach where the results were coming in directly from the various constituencies, by now we would have known the party winning this election. For you as an observer, perhaps do you think that the approach where we have to do regional coalition before the national coalition was the best, as some have argued that clearly this is not the way to go?
But Parker, with the constituency results, we were running to 72 hours. As it is, voting ended 5 p.m. on Monday. So yesterday, 5 p.m., Tuesday, was 24 hours. So we have not done 48 hours yet. We haven't done 48 hours. We have not. We are still within a little over 24 hours, 48 hours. I don't think we'll get into 72 hours. So that argument that it must come from the constituency, but it's the same thing anyway. It will get to the region and come to national, whichever way. I don't think we will go beyond 48 hours. I don't speak for the EC, but I don't believe will go beyond 48 hours. Anything below 48 hours, it reduces tension and it justifies the system that has been put in place for this year's election, that we won't keep this nation on tenterhooks beyond a certain acceptable period. So that
yesterday we were told at 5 p.m. that they're going to declare the result, and that didn't happen.
It wasn't in the CI, so it's not law. It was just the thinking. It was the administrative thinking of the EC that what they had put in place, they can do it in 24 hours. So if they didn't do it in 24 hours, you can't take them to court. It was an administrative system put in place. So anything 48 hours, I'm sure. Then again, considering what was happening yesterday, anything 24 hours without appreciable acceptance of results that had come in from all the regions could have sparked chaos. So if they are waiting a little bit more beyond 24 hours, now 14 regions have come in. We're waiting for 2 regions. Let the 2 regions come in, the results will be declared. And I'm sure, as it is now, here in the National Coalition Center, at least the NPP is present, the NDC is present, political parties are present. I've seen other independent observers from ECOWAS and other independent groups. So it's a transparent process, and I'm sure at the end of the day, results will be accepted.
Now, finally, for me, there's been press conferences and counter-press conferences calling for victory for various political parties. As an observer in this election, what do you make of all these things that happen?
That is the norm. I'm not going to run away from the fact that I've won that cap before. Nature hates a vacuum. For as long as there's a vacuum in terms of declaration of results officially, expect the political parties to step in. It's within their legitimate right to step in.
To announce the result?
Not to announce results, to assure their supporters that, hey, we have collated X number of regions, X number of constituencies. This is where we believe we are. It's legit to the extent that they are not declaring results and saying we have won. Then whatever they are doing is legitimate because they cannot keep the vacuum.
Is it not going to create anxiety?
No.
Perhaps should the results, go the other way?
That is why when you do that, you must do that based on figures and facts. Because at the end of the day, when the EC comes out with the final results, it will expose you if what you are saying is not true. So reassure your supporters. Why not? I will not leave my supporters in the dark. No other political party will leave their supporters in the dark. Nature abhors a vacuum. But come and tell us that this is where you are, this is what you have. Just be upfront with your people. People keep saying, oh, you said comfortable lead. Yes, I said comfortable lead at the time. Because Mark Menu had held a press conference at about midnight. There was no way the NDC was going to sit down and not reassure its supporters.
So you didn't have facts, but you just came to assure people and mislead them?
I am telling you that you will always do it on facts. So at the time that I held that press conference, it was based on facts. I'm sure Mark Menu also thought that he had facts. At the end of the day, we didn't declare ourselves winners. We just said that we believe that we were in a comfortable lead per the presidential elections. Today, it's the same thing. So let the NDC and NPP go ahead, tell their story, but tell your story such that when it's all over, you will accept whatever the EC says is the truth.
Koku, thank you very much for calling those an observer in this year's election. And now, Evans, let me come to you. And I've seen Dr. Michael Pesawait here representing the NDC. Now, are you confident that the Electoral Commission will declare the result by close of day today? Yesterday, we had an issue where they said that they're going to do that at 5 p.m., but that didn't happen. For you, are you expecting that today?
Well, I think the bigger part of the work was done yesterday. You're only left with 2 regions, and so we must all work bearing in mind that this must happen. And we expect that, as I said, the regional coalition center will submit their reports for us here at National to know and put them together. We must not rush. The EC earlier intended to announce within 24 hours. They came back to us that due to some challenges, they are unable to do that. Let's work together, respect the rules of the game. It's not only the political parties. The observer groups are here. They are seeing what is happening. We heard Koku. Let's all appreciate the rules of the game. I think for us, as New Patriotic Party, we've always played to the rules of the game. As I said, not that we are too complacent. We know that this is an election that has gone our way. We are only
the election has gone your way.
Yeah, it's gone our way.
You're not waiting for the official declaration from the EC.
We are not declaring the results. We are waiting for the EC to do the final announcement. We're saying that it's an election that has gone our way. We are still asking our base to be calm and wait for the EC to do the final declaration.
Okay. Thank you very much. Evans Nwako is the Director of Elections for the governing NPP. And Michael Pesawait is here, representing the NDC here at the National Coalition Center. Sir, the process so far. Satisfied?
Well, there is an element of satisfactory, and there is an element of disappointment and frustration as well. Satisfactory to the extent that it appears that the citizens have remained very calm, and whatever we are doing here, we are doing the best within our limits to do it in an orderly manner. Disappointments and frustrations to the extent that we've waited for more than 24 hours before we started seeing the first results from the regions coming in, and information from the EC had been very, very scanty. Again, disappointments and dissatisfaction also because one is suspected perhaps to have seen the materials being faxed in as they come in. But what we have been seeing here in the coalition room is that the electoral officers come to distribute papers and say these are from the regions, and then we have to cross-check with our officers in the regions. In some of the regions, they have tallied. In other regions, we have huge discrepancies. And I will want to caution that much as the Electoral Commission is trying to improve its processes, it does not need to outsource efficiency and accuracy to the regional directors, because we are now beginning to measure some of the figures that are coming from some of the regions as presented by the regional election directors to the EC here, with what we are seeing from the various pink sheets that are coming from the constituencies and the branches, and there are huge disparities. Ashanti region, for instance, our coalition figures, when we look at all our pink sheets from the various branches and the constituencies, is around 1.4 million votes. But what we have been presented here in the coalition room is about 1.79 million votes. And I think that that is a red herring that can create problems.
I mean, the figure again.
What I'm saying is that in Ashanti region, the figure that we have been presented here is about 1.79 million votes, as opposed to what we are seeing from all the pink sheets that we have collected from that region, which is around 1.4 million. So somehow a significant amount of hundreds of thousands of votes have gotten into Ashanti that I believe we would need to probably go back to recollation by looking into the ballot boxes and looking at the numbers that have been put in there and see whether some foreign materials have gotten into that ballot boxes.
So you're alleging that there's some stuffing?
Well, yes, I am alleging that there is some stuffing, and the numbers do not measure up. So we are seeing a process that will probably take the long haul if the Electoral Commission will exercise patience and allow us to actually do a thorough job. There is no need to rush at all. I mean, I think that the best that should come out of this process is that the mandate of the people must be respected. And the only way to do so is to do it in a manner that everybody appreciates and respects that particular process. And so that is one. Ashanti region is one. We also know that some things happen in Bono East, where we know we have one Bono East, and there was some violence and some ballot boxes were destroyed here and there. And clearly that was also an attempt to ensure that some of our votes were taken away. We think that that, again, is something that needs to be thoroughly investigated and looked into and ensure that the accurate numbers are presented before any final coalition can take place. We can also talk about Northern region that hasn't come out yet. And we know that we are leading, we have a huge, lead in Northern region as well. Greater Accra, we have also not seen it yet. We know we have great lead in Greater Accra. So that stuffing that is giving Ashanti region a lead.
Well, that's an allegation that we cannot substantiate.
Well, you may not be able to substantiate it, but we have
of the EC officials here.
So this
what has been their response?
This is what we discovered after we left here last night, when we saw their figures, and then we went back, pick our pick sheets, and start doing the collation. Then we realized that there are disparities in the figures. So that will be brought to their attention. We have duly informed the mother party, the NDC, that these are things that we have observed, and I think that it is just the right thing to do, and we should not be faulted for doing due diligence at all.
No, with some of the collation done, it puts another Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the lead. One would say these allegations, you want to create a fertile ground for dispute or challenging the electoral.
We have won and lost elections in this country before. We are not new to it at all. And in fact, the last major election in this country, we lost. So we don't have a problem conceding if we indeed lost. But we must do so only to the extent that the mandate of the people is properly respected. And who is claiming that that has put Nana Akufo-Addo clearly in the lead?
That's Mike Lee, Kwesi Parker-Wilson speaking to the NDC Spencer White there. They're currently at the EC headquarters at the National Collation Center. We're expecting the EC to declare the results. Well, they say by close of the day today. So we are stationed there and we'll bring you every bit of detail you need to know up to the minute here on your election headquarters. Let's head to the Volta region now. Ivy Setaji is there for us. Hello, Ivy. What's the mood in the Volta region? Hello, Ivy. Well, we appear to have lost that feed from the Volta region where Ivy Setaji is stationed. She'll be bringing us details. But we've been to other parts of the country, the central region, the northeast region. We've been to Tudu here in Accra, gauging the mood of citizens as we await the declaration of the results from the Electoral Commission. And we're expecting that by close of day today, according to Jean Mensah, EC chairperson. This is your election headquarters, and I must just, as a way of reminder, tell you that we've got our team across the country bringing us the very latest. We've also got men embedded in the team of the NDC's John Dramani Mahama and the team of President Akufo-Addo. I must say Elton Brobe is currently at the residence of President Akufo-Addo, and we'll be bringing you all the latest. We were told that they are preparing, or the president is preparing to address the nation once the EC declares the results. And let me just tell you more about those who are helping us bring you election coverage here on your election headquarters. Are you tired of spending money on inferior products for your homes and offices? Are you suffering from back pain and other heart-related diseases? Do you know sitting for long hours poses a lot of health problems? One must therefore use office furniture that lowers the risk of back pain and other heart-related diseases like weight gain, high cholesterol level, stiffness of the thighs and leg muscles. Padeva Limited, your home of modern furniture, has brought in durable but affordable stand-up desk, not only to improve your health but also to enhance productivity. These desks have been engineered so you can adjust them to preferred levels suitable to work with. We've got manual and electronic adjustable desks for your laptops and desktop computers, and also for general use. It's mobile and user-friendly. Walk into Padeva Limited for your affordable home and office furniture today. Locate us at Asylum Down, 30 meters from the runabout, or contact Padeva Limited on 0244 533 153 or 0265 136 135, 0302 220 347, or on www.padevalimited.com. On Facebook is PAD-EVA Limited. Padeva Limited, your home of modern furniture. And would 3-year lotteries kill the stress with jumping into Trotsky's on busy appointment days with only 5 Ghana cedis? Dial *787# now to play and drive home a brand new Toyota Corolla with 5 cedis this Saturday, 12th December 2020. Same tickets qualify you to bag home the new 395,000 cedi jackpot same draw day with thousands more cash prize. Grab your Toyota Corolla keys now with only 5 Ghana cedis. Dial *787# to play and win your tier rubber ride. *787#, Ghana's premier and biggest jackpot lottery. Let's go back to the Volta region now. Ivy Setaji is there for us. Hello, Ivy. What's the mood in the Volta region? Well, too bad. Let's head to the president's residence now. Elton Brobe is there for us. Hello, Elton. Elton, if you can hear me, tell me, earlier when Mama Via Wusu-Abuaji came to you, you were telling us how the president and his team were awaiting the declaration of results by the EC before he speaks. What can you tell us now? Hello, Elton. We appear to be having a challenge with our lines. Sorry about that. We'll rectify that and get Elton to share with us what's happening at the president's residence. But Hepa Plus mixture strengthens the immune system and helps fight infections. It helps deliver. It helps the liver and other vital organs to correct problems such as excess body fat, overweight, menstrual disorders, high sugar levels, general weakness. Plasmox mixture treats malaria in just 4 days. Just 1 bottle of Plasmox treats malaria by correcting your symptoms within an hour. Pavin mixture is an immune system support which makes your blood cells healthy to function correctly. Hepa Plus mixture is for general well-being and recommended for everyone. Hepa Plus, Plasmox and Pavi are available in all drugstores, pharmacy or herbal shops near you. at 10 Ghana cedis nationwide. Call H Herbal Production and consult on 054-2778-572 or 0549-297-463. This is your election headquarters, live on the Joy News channel and on Joy 99.7 FM, also on myjoyonline.com around the world. If Elton can hear me now. Hello, Elton.
A contestant in this year's election, the outcome we are yet to know. The information is that the Electoral Commission will, in the few hours to come, declare the winner of the elections and perhaps those who have won various seats to go to Parliament. Now, the House of the President is getting itself in readiness to talk to the media, and my information is that the President will speak to the media immediately after the formal announcement that will come from the Electoral Commission. Already, we are picking information that some of the contestants in the election have already called in to concede and have, as a matter of fact, congratulated President Akufo-Addo. We know yesterday that the flag bearer of the GCPP, Henry Latte, conceded, and he called President Akufo-Addo to that effect. We also know that the flag bearer of the LPG, Kofi Apalu, also called to say same. And then this morning we have been told that the flag bearer of the Ghana Union Movement, also known as Sophie Chabosom, has also called to concede and has also congratulated President Akufo-Addo on his re-election. The basis for this concession we have been told we are yet to know. But what we are picking from the stables of the NPP is that per their own calculation, which they did from across the 275 constituencies in the country, they are leading. Indeed, they are in a better position to form the next government. They are also confident that the figures they have tallies with what they are reading or getting from the various media houses that have also collated results and are in the process of projecting or have projected. Mention has been made of JoyNews, Adum TV, and the other media houses, and they say that the figures that they are seeing in the media tallies with what they've also put out. And they say that this gives them so much confidence that the Electoral Commission chairperson, Jane Mensah, will eventually declare President Akufo-Addo as winner in the elections that just passed, and they are hoping that they will be able to form a majority in Parliament, even though we are looking at a very slim margin. What I've picked from their stables again is that they've so far collated 137 constituencies, which they believe that they've won, and that gives them some kind of an edge going forward. They also have an independent candidate who won Formina in the Ashanti region, and they say that that person is likely to do business with the NPP in the next Parliament. They're also looking at getting the seats that are in contention. We are talking about Sevi also and Pandai. So the optimism from the part of the NPP is quite high. They are confident that they will emerge victorious despite reservations by the main opponent in the elections, John Mahama and the NDC. So for now, from the residence of President Akufo-Addo, as you can see behind me, the House is getting itself ready. I can see the Ghana flag and the podium. And once the Electoral Commission chairperson is done with the announcement, then President Akufo-Addo will follow. Will it be a concession or an acceptance? This is what all of us are waiting to hear the president speak to.